We've been waiting so long for statehood, just trying to get Alaska statehood, 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 trying to get Alaska statehood. It's been so hard to convince them to just let us, just trying to get Alaska statehood, 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 trying to get Alaska statehood.
They were afraid we'd fail, so just like that we must prevail. We worked through lots, even the hail. It was like we were trying to climb up shale. When many of our resources got depleted, we never really could get defeated. All the natives got infuriated, but soon made anxious, so they felt appreciated. Alaska knew that they needed another plan. In Tennessee, shot to the stand. Electing officers came first, and so they ran, and the Constitution was put in hand. Hawaii became our partners in crime, and although they let us take most of the time, Alaskan people thought it was perfectly fine because we knew it was our time to shine. People who started coming up to Alaska, which shows that we are way cooler than Nebraska. All the gold was carried was a blessing from God. Each person could walk with a cherry red hot rod. Alaska's fisheries could call the salmon because the nets were cramming, and all the salmon pretty much stopped swimming.
We've been waiting so long for statehood, just trying to get Alaska statehood, 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 trying to get Alaska statehood. It's been so hard to convince them to just let us, just trying to get Alaska statehood, 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 trying to get Alaska statehood.
Ridin was the first governor. It didn't really even matter what the people preferred. He was an editor and a senator and in charge of the Department of Interior. Bill Egan had a real good memory. He remembered everyone that he'd ever seen. So he didn't have a whole lot of enemies, and he started a system for Alaska Marines. Ted Stevens was known as Mr. AK. If it weren't for him, we probably wouldn't be a state. He worked till just after 2008, but he achieved his dream of being great. In statehood, Bartlett played a big role. Over resources, we should have control, like metals and oil and fish and coal. So they settled down and conducted a poll. Wickersham, a district judge for AK, tough champ to become a Manson would say, made a climbing attempt on Mount McKinley, walked 1,000 miles in a couple of days. Next, there's Robert Atwood, a supporter of Alaska statehood. He purchased the Times and used propaganda to do Alaska a lot of good.
We've been waiting so long for statehood, just trying to get Alaska statehood, 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 trying to get Alaska statehood. It's been so hard to convince them to just let us, just trying to get Alaska statehood, 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 trying to get Alaska statehood.
When the war began, we were part of the plan. The military moved in to help the U.S. win. When the war was over, they didn't go to see Alaska to live in the snow. Then one day, by luck and chance, we found something that made us dance. In the soil was some oil. We know that this could end our toil. We leased the land to the companies in hopes to make some big money. We made $900 million from the big oil companies' mucks. Then the train was made, much to Alaska's aid. After being debated, the permanent fund was created. This meant that some of the money would stay in the state to ensure Alaska's future would be great. When the PFD was handed out, everyone in Alaska let out a shout.
We've been waiting so long for statehood, just trying to get Alaska statehood, 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 trying to get Alaska statehood. It's been so hard to convince them to just let us, just trying to get Alaska statehood, 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 trying to get Alaska statehood.
Word.